so I've decided, there it is, to put a bit of strength behind this and also cut that. So that's going to go like that. And then I'll bring the repair panel to the edge of this 90. So you'll still have a seam running down the middle. That's the plan. This was a bit far in to meet my repair panel because I think it was just seam sealed on with a gap. So I'm going to weld another 90 on there. Hopefully you'll see what I mean in a minute. And we should have a bit of strength there then. So if you want to pull this inwards, we can. Perhaps. It'll be great. Not happy with this rain at all. Okay, so what I decided eventually was I am going to pull it back. So there'll be a seam going down there where there was originally. I'm going to need to leave a little bit on the bottom, and then this will all pull in like that. So it's going to come across and then cut up there. And I brought out a little bit and strengthened behind with some 90s, which I haven't ground that well down particularly brilliantly, but it's hidden by this panel. So yeah, it should come up and give us a line down there. That is the plan. Fingers crossed. Okay, I think we've got what we wanted. So yeah, this seam continues down here. It's not exactly the same as the original seam. That corner's got to be pushed in a little bit to be welded, so it'll be flush. You know, plenty of plug welds to put some strength into it. And then we're just going to push that bottom edge in a little bit when we weld down here. But yeah, should be nice. So get this welded in, and I'll probably grind it before you see it. Okay. So that's it all ground down, sanded down. It's about as good as I can get it. This was relatively easy to do. This section here, coming up into there, was relatively easy. This was more of a challenge. It's still not as good as I'd like it, really. But strong, it'll do. So we're going to get a bit of seam sealer involved and have a look how we're going to fix this properly, because like I said, I'm not happy with that. Let's see where we go. And we're back. So we're working on finishing off this side. Like I said yesterday, I wasn't really happy with that plate that I've made. So I put folds in to create the tunnely thing. It's not bad. Obviously this is all tweaking. I'm going to try and hit some things with a chisel a little bit. And then I'm going to tack this together, and hopefully this will come out. Easy if you say it fast. You might do. I try and make sure the tacks don't go through too far into the original metal, but I don't think that's going to be too much of a problem. So yeah, so I'm going to whack this to smooth this edge off. I'll whack that slightly, or I might just looks a bit better. You can't really see. There. So minute adjustments, bit of tacking, we'll see how it goes. So a little piece came out pretty good. You can see I missed. That gap was well too big. So that's just putting a piece of copper pipe in there, building the weld up on the copper pipe. So yeah, pretty reasonably happy. I need tidying up a little bit, but that's pretty much where we're going. So we're going to get some plug welds drilled, and then it should be nice reasonably nice and smooth for the pipes to go through, and then when that's welded in we'll seam seal round. So I'm going to clean all this up with a flapper disc a bit, mark it, plug weld it in, and then seam seal it around. And I can seam seal the rest of this then. Then we're on to the other side. Alright. And that's where we've ended up. So I know it's not perfect. I should have flushed it in really. I've cut as much of the rot out underneath as I can. Strong, it's got a nice smooth transition. I'm going to seam seal around it and should be pretty happy with that. Well, I am pretty happy with that, to be honest. Once this, like I say, seam sealed, under sealed, should have an hard time knowing that from the factory there's not a plate around it. That's what I was planning on. Yeah, so that's this side pretty much done. A bit more clean. Like I say, I'm going to bring the under seal up to an edge up in here, so it's not a edge like that, and then clean it up, stick a coat of rust proof, seam seal it, stick a coat of rust proof primer on it, and then under seal it. Oh, there's a broken screw there. Yeah. Break out the heat gun and the wire brush again. Yeah, little repair pieces in and ground down. We've seam sealed all around the edges, and we have removed the original seam sealer. I'm going to put a bit of rust treatment on this surface rusty areas, and then a bit of primer, and then under seal. And I can get to the back of this so I can seam seal inside there reasonably well. I'm not sure, there's probably some bits I can seam seal underneath as well, and then we're going to move on to the other side and try and work out a way to, I wonder if they come on in there. I need a C-clamp spanner because I want to wind these springs up about 1 inch, maybe to there, we'll see. Yeah, that's pretty much this side done. Oh, the driver's side's all rust treated, seam sealed inside, outside, everywhere else. Moved on to this side. We've made our bottom corner piece, which I've just formed by bending on the edge of the bench. We've got to put the curve on it, and then we can move on to plate the edges, put a 90 down in here. Not quite ready yet, but we're getting it. So the aim is to make it look as near as damn it the other side, which I think we should be okay with. Yeah, I'll do a bit more. This is a lot quicker now I've done the other side. I got an idea where I'm going, and also, as I said, this side a lot better. Righty. So, oh, where's that gone? Oh, that one. That has come out quite nicely. It'll fit there, and luckily I kept the offcut off the other side, so I can make the curve exactly the same. So I think that's going to be it for one day. Experiment with my stretcher, I made that as well. Yeah, thanks for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, and take care. Bye-bye. I said, hello. I know I said I'm going to show much of the other side, but I've flamingoed up a little bit and cut this in the wrong place. So what I'm going to do, I've welded a little 90 on, sorry, just to hold the position. And then we're going to copper pipe. Put a weld there which should hold it. I'm going to cut the 90 back off, and then needs to fit up to there, and then a bracket slips through the gap, possibly. This has all gone well, which it may not have, we'll see. So cut the little bracket off. This weld which you did earlier, maintain the position, and then with the copper behind it we're going to fill this done a similar thing there. See, it needs minimal grinding. Let's see if we can get a weld on this. That's still focusing. Yeah. So what we can see is A. I'll sod you. That's pretty hot. So that's the other side. Just a little tiny bit of grinding. Should be sweet. And then you can grind this side easily. Let's get that done and see how it looks. That's the outside. Well, it's the inner arch, but it's the outside of the repair. This is the inside. You can see those are the bits I've filled with copper pipe technique. What can I hear leaking? Oh, I think it's my trainers. I've left this gap a little bit too big, unfortunately. So I'm going to cut this flush. And then hopefully this will go a bit further up, because it's slightly down at the moment. Sorry, torching away. And that should close our gap up. I should be able to fit it with weld. Not too worried about that. Yeah, loving it. So, quick update on the passenger side. They're the two pieces that we've made. You'll see where they go now. We just mashed up quickly and stuck a bit of paint in there. Repaired this return. Sorry, the light's in the way. Return. So we've got a 90 across the bottom of the sill. They're all out. Get a torch. They're all our bracing pieces, which we've installed. So we've got something to weld to, and so the join is supported. So when you weld across the join, you don't get any burn through or anything. This side is in primer and all seam sealed up, ready for under seal. It's like an anti-corrosion primer. So we're just going to wait for these pieces to dry. I've masked up anywhere that I'm welding, so you can get paint in the weld. Get those welded on, and then I'm going to get my big axle stands so I can move the arm, so I can just do the repairs forward where the arm is. And then hopefully today we should be the very least in primer, but ideally I'd like to under seal today if we can. And we're also going to have a look at that little pesky monkey across the bottom of the rear valance. What we'll probably do is fold the piece and then joggle it, and then I'll probably under seal the bottom, I don't know, or stone chip, bottom inch and a half of this. Okay, so that's our repair piece for there. As you can see, we weld a flange across the bottom, and what should happen is that should go in there like that, and then we can just cut this back so it's flush. Yeah, I'm going to bring this part out very slightly while I'm welding it. So the first section to go in is going to be this, and we'll go from there. So again, a bit of slightly messy welding. That's still quite hot. In my defence, my welder's playing up. First squeeze of the trigger, it goes like that. And then second, so once you've done the initial spark, you've got to keep going quickly, otherwise it like that doesn't penetrate. So I might have to cut that one back apart. I'm not really very happy with that. It's kind of gone in a bit, but we'll see. So all that I'll clean up nicely. So out with the grinder, then we'll cut that flush there, and we're getting somewhere. Then we can go inside. Yeah, so we're pretty happy there. It's not quite as perfect as I would hope. Did have to cut this seam back apart to get a Nice transition, but I'm going to put a smear of seam sealer over it anyway. I'm going to cut this phalange back and then move on to the inside edge. So, as I've said before, it ain't about the welding, it's all about the grinding. For me anyway. If you're a good welder, it probably is the other way around, but yeah. Yeah, so that welding went pretty horribly. I think what we got is there's some wax or stuff inside, which when you heat it up, runs out and goes into your welding, contaminates it, and it goes, those plugs have gone out, but because it was onto a thicker bit of metal, I was able to turn the amperage up a bit. But we filled all that gap up there, so we can grind that down so it's nice. Filled the bottom of the rail, so we're going to break out the grinder, and then when we've done that, get the bigger, cut that edge off so it's slightly higher than the sill, and get the axle stand, move this arm so we can come a little bit further forward and just tie this in, tidy it up. I can't quite get in there because the arm's in the way. Yeah, grind it.
Cover them up so you don't see beyond the mask. My world's a dying star. Falling for you has buried me in smoke and ash. In smoke and ash. Take me to the ending of the story. I'll see you in the morning when I wake. Save me from the storm inside my bones. Here, living on my own, alone. I wear 1,000 scars. Cover them up so you don't see beyond the mask. My world's a dying star. Falling for you has buried me in smoke and ash. In smoke and ash. Take me to the ending of the story. I'll see you in the morning when I wake. Save me from the storm inside.
Right, I think that's it for this episode. And also, you should probably check where you put your lift arms before you lift the car up with it, because this was rotten. I've cut it out ready. I'm going to make a piece that'll go down into this area, but I need to fold some more metal up before we do that, so that's going to be us done. Made the extra little piece for that end. Sorry. This side's pretty much ground down. I haven't sanded it yet. Ready to go. That's sanded down. Well, I ground those plug welds. I need sanding. So yeah, it's getting there, but it's one step forward, 2 steps back. But could have been worse. Car could have fallen on me. So yeah, I've got to sort that area out there, and we can see about getting some under seal on things then. But yeah, thanks for watching. Sorry this has turned into a flipping, I can't think of the word, longer job than I was hoping, but no, this isn't supported on this, and structural integrity of these Golfs is impressive, because it's only on that one axle stand on the back. The two arms on the front. Yeah, I was expecting it to settle down into both. Yeah, that's me done for today. Hope you're all staying safe, being careful, etc. And we'll see you soon. Bye bye.